Hello, welcome to Miss Peepers Reading Corner. I'm Katrina, aka Miss Peepers, and this is Archmage Sylvie of Tortleby. We're here to talk about books. Specifically banned books. This month, every video that I put out is related to a banned book or a challenged book. And the goal here is to educate readers about what sorts of books are banned, why they are banned, and to talk a little bit about those books and discuss censorship. Today's book is one that I actually read in high school as a school assignment, and it is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Now, I'm going to be really candid. Have not reread it since high school, and I don't remember enjoying it in high school, but that's not the point. You don't have to like a book to be an opponent of censorship. I do plan at some point to reread this as an adult. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, which is why I have a copy. This is not my copy from high school, but I can still tell you a bit about it. This follows Nick Carraway, who is pulled into a world of glitz and glamour when he meets Jay Gatsby, who is a wealthy party host. This is set during Prohibition and the Jazz Age, and so Gatsby's parties are full of bootleg liquor. Everybody is drunk and dancing and having affairs and just being kind of ridiculous with their free time and being incredibly unaware of the privilege of being wealthy. Nick is not wealthy. He just happens to be pulled into this circle through a set of circumstances. And we see through Nick's eyes as this veneer of beauty and perfection is eventually worn away. And we see just how lonely Jay Gatsby is and how hopeless his life is despite his money, despite his beautiful surroundings. So it really is a criticism of society, wealthy society in particular at that time. Why has it been challenged? Why has it been banned? Well, this has actually been controversial for the sexy bits, since even before this book was published, Fitzgerald was declined by a magazine because there were too many mistresses and too many affairs that are discussed in here, and the magazine just felt they could not in good conscience publish it. Of course, eventually he did get a publisher, and this has become an American classic. But being a classic, as we are learning this month, is not enough to protect you from the censors. There have been a number of challenges throughout the years because of the language and because of the sex and the affairs and the just general low morality of the characters. None of these characters is particularly likable, and none of them is particularly good. But that's the point, something the censors tend to miss. But I came across an interesting story while I was researching this video of a school board in Florida in 1987 that implemented what they called a 3-tier book classification system designed to restore Christian values to schools. We've spoken in other videos about separation of church and state and how that's supposed to be a thing, but you know, what are you gonna do? The 3 categories, and I will consult my notes on this so that I recall it. Category 1 were books with no vulgarity and no explicit sex. These were okay books. These were fine books to stay. Category number 2 were books with a sprinkling of vulgarity. These are not my words, by the way. And then category 3 are books that contain a lot of vulgarity and or the curse goddamn. Understandable Christian values. Okay. So The Great Gatsby falls into this for having a lot of vulgarity. I cannot recall whether the curse goddamn is in here, but it might be. It was the 20s, it's entirely possible. This 3rd tier of books included such offenders as The Great Gatsby, Fahrenheit 451, The Red Badge of Courage, and The Old Man and the Sea. Lots of vulgarity and or the curse. Goddamn. I guess I've just been censored by this school board. But a fun thing happened as a result of this particular action or classification system. A group of parents, teachers, and students first went to the school board meeting to challenge this classification system and explain why they thought that it was wrong. And that is a great way to fight censorship. But as it didn't seem to be working, those same parents, teachers, and students hired a lawyer and brought a class action lawsuit against the school board. And there wasn't really any precedent for this specific type of case. I'm not a lawyer, there may be some now. Not from this lawsuit, because it was enacted for one day and the school board changed their minds. They retracted. And I want to be really clear about this lawsuit as well. While most class action lawsuits are asking for money, because typically it's a group of people who are wronged by a company, maybe hurt by a product or something along those lines, so they're looking for monetary compensation. In this case, the lawyer who one of the lawyers who represented the lawsuit said in an interview, "Our clients want books, not bucks." What they were asking for was not money, but rather to put books back on the shelves in the library. And they were successful. It was kind of a big deal. I could not find a video of this school board meeting, although it was covered by the press pretty extensively, which was part of the impetus for the school board to back off of this classification system as quickly as they did. Sadly, because it was 1987, if there was video ever taken, I can't find it. It might be behind newspaper paywalls, but it's such a great story of success in that when you see your school board doing things like this, speaking up, banding together, gathering like-minded people together to say, this is wrong, this is censorship, as opposed to age appropriateness. Very different sort of thing. And also pushing a particular religious system on a government-run school is just completely inappropriate as well. And that's true no matter what the religion is, by the way. And so there we have it, a short history, a short summary of censorship of The Great Gatsby. Have you read The Great Gatsby? Let me know in the comments, or tell me your favorite F. Scott Fitzgerald. I'd be curious to know, because he did write other things, not just this one. This is just the one everybody's heard of. And either way, I will see you in the next one.